Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Henry. I am back at Cat Lake in Squamish. We're going to do a dive here. I got Erin with me. You guys would know her from the Lonsdale Key Goldworthy dock where we went and got out shopping carts. And then she was also at Vancouver Rowing Club recently. So, for transparency purposes, I am getting paid for today's dive because I'm going to go recover two lost cell phones underneath this dock, and then obviously I'm going to go get some trash as well too. So, yeah.
There are a lot of people that have stuff dropped in here and they're just like, well, it's gone.
Yeah. All right, and this is Timothy, and so, want to tell us what happened to your phone here?
Yeah, came for a bit of stargazing. At nighttime, we're sitting there, lay back, and then all I could hear was plop.
Through this crack
Through
area?
that crack there, right to the bottom.
Right there.
Yeah.
And out of all the cracks, you couldn't.
This
This is the one right there,
I
right?
picked the better one.
All right, okay. And there's another phone here too. There's two phones.
So there was a couple of like a 1-year-old kid, and they were getting out of their canoe over here.
Yeah.
And there's a couple sponge down here, somewhere around here.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens because there is a lot of wood debris. You guys can actually see. I'll show you. See that right there? There's a lot of that underneath there. So we'll see what happens. So the plan was not to come back to this area, to this lake for a little bit of time because I like to, seeing as I have to drive like almost an hour to get here. Actually, it was an hour. I drove an hour to get here. I like to try to let the trash accumulate a little while just so that my dives are more productive. But today's dive, I got to go get the guy's phone. So it works out okay. Oh, shoot. Oops. Yeah, so it works out okay. I gotta go get the guy's phone anyway, so I'll go get some trash while we're at it. We'll see how much, like a few weekends of camping, because the weather had just gotten okay. So we'll see what happens when I get down there. All right, see you guys in the water. So having been diving and doing trash cleanup at Cat Lake for the past 10 years, multiple times per year, I have a pretty good idea what I'm going to encounter underneath this dock here. So normally when I'm retrieving cell phones, I do drop a reference line, but because I am very familiar with the terrain, I figure, well, you know what, it's harmless just to go and have a look first to see what I can find. I was really hoping that I can see the phone kind of doing a little peekaboo out of the silt, or if I'm lucky, it's going to be sitting on top of a log or something like that. You can see there's a tremendous amount of wood debris. I'm really hoping that it didn't actually kind of fall onto a piece of wood and then just kind of fall behind it kind of thing. So right away, after some careful scanning of folding off of the bottom so I'm not messing the bottom up, find the first phone, and then you can see here I'm really trying hard to stay off of the bottom, and keeping in mind I don't actually know where I am under the, because I'm not looking up, I don't actually know where I am in relationship to the dock itself. Found the second phone, and I do remember the guy telling me that the other person that dropped the phone that same night the phone was turquoise, so that was a very light color phone. Of course there's a little bit of color loss underwater, and but I could assume safely that that was the second phone that I'm looking for. The first phone that I picked up, I wasn't sure because he did say it was a black phone, and that was not a black phone. Anyway, at this point here, I'm okay. It's harmless to go and pick up a little bit of trash before I head up. That's why I put the phone on top of that log there. I can just go back and grab it, headed to the surface to hand over the phones. And a bit of spoiler alert, that first phone that I found was not the phone that I was looking for. It's not his phone. Where are these at? That's yours? Okay, so yours is still down there? Okay, so go grab go to the back of my truck and grab that Tupperware bin. There's a few things in there that I need. Black round reel. That. Okay, and then there's a bunch of carabiners in there. Is there a weight, like a lead weight? Like it looks like a little bullet. Okay, just grab all the carabiners and just clip them to the loop that's on there. Because they just need some weight on there.
Aaron has some weight on.
It's okay. That's fine.
You want to lower it down?
Yeah. Is that all the carabiners? Yeah, I just want a little bit of weight on it. So come over here, drop that line. So basically, if you here, I'll show you. If you just press this here, you'll release it, and you can just let the line out. And then just have the line like right where you are here, so I don't have to go up the. Yeah, just feed it out until it feels it goes side. It'll go quite a ways. It's deep enough. It's like 32 feet there. Yeah. So now that I have a reference line, I purposely asked him to drop that line about maybe about a meter, 3 feet away from where he actually dropped the phone, because I'm very cautious of not dropping a line on top of what I'm looking for, because I don't want to stir up the silt and actually bury the item. I want as much reference as possible. You can see here, man, there's just so much silt down there. Anything that I touch just causes like quite the avalanche of silt. So again, just look at the wood debris here, and what I'm really hoping that the phone didn't actually fall in between the cracks here. There's a right above here, there's a couple of items, and yeah, you can see right there. I'm really hoping the phone wasn't buried in one of those things there. But so I'm trying to be cautious of what I'm touching, making sure that I'm not disturbing too much. Okay, so gently pull the line up, and then because you're on top of a really bad spot, so gently pull the line up. You don't have to reel it in, just pull it up by the armful, and then drop it pretty much right on top of where it went in. Yeah, you're in a super bad spot. There's a whole bunch of wood there. It's really muddy. Yeah, no, well, I can't even see the shape of it, so it's in the mud, right? So, yeah, drop it down really fast so the line doesn't go sideways, because it was traveling quite a bit sideways. Yeah. It's so covered now, it's not going to matter. So basically, I'm just going to be looking, like feeling around for it. Right, so I don't have too much of a choice now. I've asked him to drop the line directly on top of the phone. Now, keeping in mind, when a phone drops in the water, it doesn't necessarily go straight down. It does have a planing surface, so there is a possibility as the phone flutters downward that it could actually track sideways. A bit of scope to its drop. So you can see that's the carabiner. Like I'm looking around it. Oh, there's a little black item there. I wonder if that's a folding knife. I didn't actually see that. I only noticed it in the video itself. I didn't notice that during the dive because I was so focused on looking for the phone. So now I'm kind of at a slight loss. So basically I'm thinking, okay, well, I got to start feeling around. The phone's got to be here, right? So I'm feeling around. You can see here, look at the dust up of the silt. I've actually edited this video in the sense of I actually cut certain sections out, but this took roughly like maybe about 4 to 5 minutes of me feeling around. And you can see there's the carabiner. So I'm really hoping, so what I'm feeling is the artificial shape of a phone. And so, you know, I'd be grabbing at sticks and rocks and things like that. I can feel it. I decided to move over to my left and then down a little bit, and again you can see the absolute dust up the silt. Keep in mind this camera is actually mounted on my head, so my eyes are actually roughly 6 inches lower than this, and so I'm looking like this is basically a full silt out. Eventually my hand did actually touch the artificial shape of a phone, and knowing that the phone was black, as Timothy has confirmed, I knew that I found the phone. Man, I was pretty excited. Is this it? Is this it? Okay, can you reel that line in? Just it's got the little handle on it. I'm gonna get some garbage. I'll be back. Now that I don't have to worry about dusting up the bottom, went back down to pick up the trash that I saw in the immediate vicinity of where I was looking for that phone. And then once I cleaned that up, decided to go a little further out, drop down a little bit further. I don't remember the max depth that I did on this dive. I think it's probably around like 55 feet or something like that. And you can see here, I'm sure this gets a little boring for the long-time followers. It's just now just beer cans and beer bottles. I did find one swamp beer, and yeah, that was that Heineken a little further back, and so that will make it into my swamp beer tasting, which is on TikTok. So if you guys want to check that out. Oh, by the way, if you see folded beer cans like these are not accidental drops in the sense of like somebody flipped their floaty or it blew off the dock by wind. This is just somebody crushing their can and throwing it into the lake. So really unfortunate. But yeah, there we go. That was a fun dive, and I'm glad I got Tim's phone back. Hey there, Mr. Duck. Murder geese. Hi, little guy. The trash. That's so funny. It's really interesting what we're doing here. Alright, so Erin is right there. She's still doing her free diving thing. Hopefully she's got some trash. I got mine out here. I got 21 pounds. Found the 2 phones I'm looking for and a bonus phone. So this is Tim's phone, and this is the phone that the other person dropped, and this is the bonus phone. This one's been here for a while because you can see it's all exploded, but I'll see if I can find the owner. It's an older phone too. Pretty old generation.
Threw the stove out.
You found an entire Coleman stove.
Yeah, I couldn't put it on here because my bag's absolutely freaking.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Awesome. All right, there we go. 35 pounds of trash. I think this one here is a winner. That was Erin's find. Got a mask, some towels, some random bits of plastic. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 51 beer cans. Got some sunnies. Swamp bubbly, I think. I think we should open that right here. Got some glass bottles. And got the 3 phones, 2 of which I came for, and 1 was a bonus phone. Alright. Should we open this, guys? Oh man. I think I see some really random bits of crap. Or is that on the bottom? Alright. Should we open this?
Hell yeah! Woohoo!
Alright, let's go find out. You gotta taste it, you gotta taste it! What does it taste like?
Actually does taste a bit like wine. Red wine, I'd say. Here, have a go.
Oh my god, alright.
I'll get you. Oh, here.
It smells like lake.
Yeah, aftertaste of lake.
You know, it's actually not that bad.
I know, that's what I was trying to tell you.
You want to try it? It's not that bad.
There you go. We are not responsible for any of
have you signed the waiver? It actually tastes. It actually tastes pretty
I'll
good.
take a glass of that. That's good. Yeah, celebrate
There you go. All that trash came from this lake right here, and it's even the beginning of the camping season. We haven't even got that much here. That much timed for garbage to accumulate yet. So, but you know what? We got a good start. There we go. Thanks to Erin for coming out today, and see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Thank you to Lime Bike for their support as well too. And yeah, thanks guys. Thanks to Pacific Pilsner. I forgot to put their shirt on. Anyway, thank you to Pacific Pilsner. All right, see you guys in the next one.